Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to talk about the thermodynamics in an ecosystem, how the energy is being transmitted and utilized by an organism at each and every trophic level of an ecosystem. What happens to the energy that was produced in an ecosystem? We we know that the energy what we receive from solar, it's been assimilated the means of photosynthesis. The plants or the producers fix the solar radiation by means of photosynthesis. While the photosynthesis, the energy also has been emitted to the environment, and also it's been transmitted to the next level, next trophic level. The primary consumers as herbivores, mammalian herbivore, insect herbivores, they transmit the energy what they have received from the producers to the next level. The carnivores who hunt on these herbivores, again, they'll transmit the energy to the next level, which is fourth trophic level. Those are the tertiary consumers, which will stand at the top of the food chain. They receive the energy from the secondary consumers. When at each trophic level, the organisms, if they end the cycle, definitely it will undergo the decomposition. The decomposes the level of microbial organism as well as the detritus feeders from different insect groups. They'll try to break or disintegrate the cellular components and try to fix whatever the available nutrients exist from the biomass. So each and every level to do the particular reactions chemically, they produce the energy as well as they use the energy what they have derived. So in that case, whatever the energy has been fixed from the first trophic level, slowly the energy has been utilized as well as transmitted, to the top level. So whatever the energy has been stored at the primary level to the tertiary level, the energy slowly it's been reduced. And also at each and every step, the dynamics of this temperature, the heat, the energy, which has been slowly flown. This is called the ecological efficiency. How efficient at different trophic level, the energy has been fixed, the energy has been utilized, and also it has been transmitted. This exactly indicates the thermodynamics in the ecosystem, the energy flow in an ecosystem. Why is a vegetarian diet more energy efficient than a meat-based diet? Yes, at the producer level, either it is plants or phytoplankton in an oceanic ecosystem, they produce the food, they store more energy as it has been transmitted to the level in future, the next level, the upper trophic levels, the amount of energies in means of kilocalories has been lost. When it reaches to the top level of the pyramid, in a food pyramid, definitely the heat, the energy, it's been contributed less. So the predators generally they depend on the secondary consumers. Basically, the carnivores are truly based on the meat-based diet. So the energy what they derive from the immediate level, which is much lower than the herbivores which consume the energy directly from the producers. This is how one can easily derive that the vegetarian diet will have more energy and also it's high energy efficient than the meat-based diet. So as it goes to the top level, top trophic level, 60 to 98% energy will be lost when it reaches to the predatory level, it reaches to the tertiary level of the food pyramid. So in the beginning, the energy is higher. As it goes to the upper trophic level, the energy has been lost. 60 to 98% of the energy will be lost depend on the organisms in an ecosystem. How does the food web functions in Arctic? We generally will see the oceanic ecosystem or terrestrial. Did you know that? Yes. This is how in the oceanic ecosystem, especially in Arctic oceans, the energy is being transmitted from one level to the another level. There, the phytoplanktons are the primary producers. Then the energy is being transmitted to the herbivorous zooplankton, and also the krills, the crustaceans will eat the phytoplankton directly. Then the energy eventually will be transmitted to the by the carnivorous plankton. Then again the energy will be transmitted to fish, then penguins, then leopard seal, and the top of that particular food chain, the killer whale. And the penguins and the birds, the marine bird species, are present at the different levels. So it has been, the energy has been transmitted at different level, but in this particular uh, unidirectional food chain, where the energy, it's continuously transmitted from one level to the another level. When you see in that particular Arctic ecosystem, humans stand to control the population of killer whales. I wouldn't say that it's a control, it is actually the high human impact on the population of the killer whales. Not only on the killer whales, there are different species of whales, blue whale and sperm whale. But the blue whale and sperm whale will not involve highly on the controlling of the other ecosystem components. But the killer whale are the one, the predominant one, which controls the population of the seals. The seals drastically reduce the certain population of the fish species. That's how the food web has been accelerated in Arctic oceans. Which ecosystem produces the plant matter much faster than others? What does it mean? Plant matters means the biomass. At the level of the biomass, also directly indicates the amount of photosynthesis as well as the storage of the food in an ecosystem. We can divide into two. One is terrestrial ecosystem as well as the aquatic ecosystem. Terrestrial, when you talk about the terrestrial ecosystem, the swamp and marshes leads the first. The one produces the huge amount of biomass and plant matter compared to any other forest ecosystem. Because we know very well that Amazonian basin forest, Congo basin forest, or the predominant forest which has been existed on the river basins. Mostly they are based on the riverine ecosystems. And also in Southeast Asia, we have Mekong Valley basin forest system and Brahmaputra basin forest systems, such as we have very good swampy vegetation and wetland vegetations around the world. The next is the tropical rainforest, which has been distributed across the different mountainous gradient and especially on the tropical, on the equatorial, as in the equatorial forest, it existed as a very good forest patches at different layers. They exhibit the stratification in the vegetation. When you talk about the aquatic ecosystem, estuaries, which harbors and habitates the different algal blooms and different the floral diversity, specifically to have and produce the high amount of biomass. So where you can see this has been calculated in this particular graph, the kilocalories per square meter per year, the amount of biomass has been produced in a year. It is much higher in case of the swamps and marshes in a terrestrial ecosystem. So how about the energy? How about the dynamism of the energy has been regulated in that particular ecosystem? The gross primary productivity, what we are talking about, the biomass, so though it is higher in these particular regions, they also survive. They also have to utilize whatever the energies they produce, and the part of the energy has been utilized. So if the energy has been utilized, the remaining energy, what it's been given to us as a primary consumer, to the herbivores as well as the humans, as well as any other animals which depend on the producers, what we get is a net primary productivity. NPP, it's been it's been given to us. The gross primary productivity is the whole biomass it's been produced by any plant. So the what we are actually we are deducting is the energy, the R for the photosynthesis as well as for the respiration, what the energy it's been utilized by a plant, whatever the amount they have produced. So whatever the amount the biomass has been produced as in GPP, the amount what they have utilized for their own survival, which has been deducted, and rest of the net primary productivity is being given to us. So the Peter Without Stewart Roadster estimate the NPP and what the human impact on this particular biomass. In fact, the human or the consumers on this the particular primary producers, we waste and destroy whatever the NPP the ecosystem give to us. Nearly 20 to 32% of the Earth's total potential NPP has been wasted as well as destroyed by the human interventions.